Hey guys, DC here, and this is my review of Agent Intercept for the Apple Arcade on Apple TV. So we see here it says please rotate your Siri remote. I first started off when this game opened up, I was using my upgraded Siri remote, and I was struggling a little bit with that as the game loads up here a little bit. So I did start off maybe the first few minutes using just my my upgraded second generation Siri remote, and then I was able to switch to the SteelSeries Nimbus to play as well. So right now I am using the remote, and it's kind of awkward. So yeah, if you hold down the play button, you can use that to boost. But it's still very difficult turning when you're using that remote. And this game is very fast paced. You just get kind of thrown into it. So we're in this tutorial. It gives you the option to skip the tutorial if you like, but I'm going to go through this full thing. And the controls using the remote, I would not play this game if I just had the Apple Siri remote. So when I switch to the Nimbus, it's a much more enjoyable game. I'm not quite sure when I switch, but so yes, you have the missiles, and this game is really just pretty to look at. The graphics aren't that great, but it's very fast paced. I like the dynamic camera angles that they have for you here. I love how the camera is done, the car, everything like that. And look, it just runs really smooth, this game. It's fast paced, you gotta keep your eyes on the road and the different items. So this is enjoyable. This is what I imagined Speed Demons to kind of be when I first started playing Speed Demons. But no. This is way more of a dynamic action sort of game than Speed Demons. Speed Demons, I put that more so in the racing category, more or less. But this is definitely more of a, an action type game. It just gives you those awesome views, and it just looks like a movie. Like, see how the camera zooms in and out. You have the heat-seeking missiles, and it's just they did a really good job with this. I really enjoyed this game. Look at that for the tutorial intro, just like, just super cool. So before we start here, we're on the, the title screen. We can obviously make our adjustments. So yeah, I think I went through the whole tutorial using the Apple Siri remote, and then once I got back to this title screen, I saw, I can switch to the Nimbus. So I made my switch after the tutorial, and then playing the regular game with the Nimbus is so much of a better experience. So definitely, if you're gonna play this game, this is one of those games where you definitely need the remote control, if any. Definitely any game where you're using a car, driving a car. This, Sonic Racing, Speed Demons, you definitely need, you definitely want and need the SteelSeries Nimbus to really enjoy the most out of the game. But for this game, it makes it really awesome, because it's a really awesome game to just begin with, and then the controller just takes it to another level. Alright, so we're starting kind of like the story mode here. We're getting a background on our agent and who we're working with and who we're against here. So Claw is sort of like our antagonist agency here. And here are some people on our team. We have HQ and Torpair, Fulton, So right now they're just setting us up with the information we need for our next mission. And you'll see here, every mission is like a movie, the way that it's designed. Very stylish game. They put a lot into just the gameplay mechanics, dynamics. The game looks really nice, but you know, the graphics aren't over the top. But everything else is, you know, really spot on with this game. I just wish they had, I guess the voice actors. That would be just the one thing, like the icing on the cake for these scenes here, where there's a decent amount of dialogue. I mean, I feel like reading it all, but if they had the sort of, you know, top of the line voice acting, then this would be maybe the perfect sort of, you know, unique action game. I'm really happy with everything kind of that I've seen with this game. With the USB drive there, with the tape over it, just they put a lot into this. Yeah, this definitely looks like, you know, look at this, looks like a console type game, like a PlayStation, Xbox, GameCube type game. You know, this looks really kind of high quality and great gameplay. So right now I'm using the SteelSeries Nimbus, and you'll see my handling improves, you know, much better than what we saw in the tutorial. There goes the helicopter. And what's stuff about this too, it's very again dynamic, fast-paced game. You have a lot of the, you know, dialogue coming up on the screen while you're trying to drive, which is tough. It'd be easier if we had the voice actors in there just kind of speaking instead of the dialogue there. And I don't know if that's just a Apple Arcade sort of decision they made with the voice actors. I'm not sure, you know, how this game plays on, if it's available on the other systems, and kind of if it's set up the same exact way with the graphics, you know, voice acting, things of that nature. But nonetheless, I'm very happy with this. Just what they do with the camera for me. I'm real big on kind of camera angles and, you know, a dynamic camera that kind of makes you feel like you're in the movie, and this really nails it in every way. Yeah, I'm trying to get in between the helicopter kind of spray there. Yeah, I just wish you know, the dialogue there was just a voice actor. That would just be the icing on the cake. You know how those cars are kind of pulling out and stopping in front of you, just great action. See, I'm not saying much. There's so much to kind of look at. There's so much going on to look at. I'm looking at, they're shooting the missile towards the city there, and the car turns into a boat. Look at this. This is awesome. You know, I play a lot of games, and I know this is maybe one of the older games. Not too old, but within the Apple Arcade, and this impresses me. It brings me back in the day. The speed and the look of it, it gives me. It's weird. This is gonna be a weird comparison, but almost like a Time Crisis type feel. The way, how fast this game moves and everything. If you play Time Crisis, and again, I played the original one. I know there's been a lot of different editions, but the first time I played Time Crisis was in an arcade when I was a kid in New Jersey, and when I was playing this game for this review, it gave me a lot of that sort of same feel and energy. Even though Time Crisis is like a first-person shooter, it's just something with the energy of the game and the way the pace of this moves. It just reminds me of that. And maybe even the graphics and the way they look as well. Look at the way this ends. I have to shoot the missile so it doesn't blow up the city. The car turns back into a boat. So yeah, I couldn't say much about. I couldn't talk much during that whole sort of sequence because it's just, it's just better to watch than to hear me kind of speak over it. But yeah, that's the first mission. That's how the game starts. And this is a game that I can highly recommend for any gameplay fan, any gaming fans, any action fans, any sort of gamers at all. I definitely recommend you check this out, regardless of what kind of games you normally play. I want to highly recommend this game here. Definitely get your SteelSeries Nemesis ready and enjoy yourself. And that does it for my review. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, you can't win if you don't play.